The gaming industry is constantly being attacked by people who claim to care about it. These people will do anything to get attention and to push their narratives, even if that's attacking the very people they expect to get views off of. And one of G4's hosts, Frost Kieran, is pretty well known for attacking the industry she claims to love. And after the massive meltdown she had last week, they have been facing constant backlash, but they have locked down their subreddit and are deleting any criticisms left there. They have completely shut down their live stream chat rooms. They are in damage control mode, making it so that no one can talk about the situation anymore. But before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or supporting the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. Now, I've talked about the Frost Kieran situation in a couple of videos, but I think the way that she talked about sexism in gaming was absolutely terrible. She went into it very angry, very heated, and she should have went into it very calm, cool, and collected, brought up her criticisms, shown evidence of her claims, but she did absolutely none of that, and I think that it was pretty terrible. G4 decided to promote this rant on social media, thinking that people would instantly agree with her because she's a woman in the gaming industry and her criticisms are valid. And of course, a lot of other people do not agree with her take. She basically went on air and attacked G4's audience and everyone in the gaming industry, but they are facing major backlash over it. And even though I've covered the backlash, it's only gotten worse. So the original video that they decided to promote has almost 143,000 views. It's got 3.2k likes to over 31,000 dislikes. They are getting completely ratioed on this video. And this video has almost 20,000 comments on it of people disagreeing with Frost's take. There's not a lot of positivity surrounding this situation. There's really not a lot of people that agree with her take on the gaming industry. People are commenting things like, so maybe for 2022 we be a bit nicer, a more self-reflective. Oh, the irony. Someone said, as a woman, it's very clear that all of the negative comments towards her have more to do with her poor attitude than her looks, and it's true. She went into this discussion talking about how people don't think she's as bangable as the previous hosts, Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb. And it's like she's so furious that people like Olivia and Morgan more than her. And yeah, they were pretty and people have always said that. Is that a massive problem? No, I don't think so. But she can't accept the fact that one, people think the other hosts were prettier, and two, people just don't like her. I don't dislike her because of her gender. I dislike Frost because of her takes on the gaming industry and the way that she hurts it more than helps it. A comment says, I was reading some post earlier about her leaving her last gig due to sexism, and after this video, I'm starting to think it's just her and that toxic personality she possesses. And it's true, she decided to leave her last gig as an esports commentator because of sexism and problems with the company. It seems like wherever she goes, there's a sexism problem and there's a toxicity problem. And heading on over to G4TV's Social Blade, as you can see, they have lost thousands of subscribers over the past week since the controversy started. They have lost 5,000 subscribers on G4TV's official YouTube channel, and they've lost 2,000 or 3,000 on XPlay. So you can see they are bleeding subscribers, they are bleeding viewers, and they are getting disliked bombed on any video and live stream that gets put up. I know that they have a live stream scheduled for today. It's got 41 likes to 60 dislikes, and the live stream chat is disabled. And this is a running theme with G4 currently. They are disabling chats for live streams and they have locked down their subreddit. I wanted to talk about the subreddit situation a little bit more because a lot of people are very upset with this. So, of course, they have a public G4TV subreddit where most people are supposed to be able to go talk about G4, the hosts' content they've recently discussed and put content up for. But over the past few days, since Frost Kieran's rant, they have completely locked down the subreddit. I wish that I could say I was surprised that they're locking down their subreddit, but I'm not at all. Here's a thread that was actually locked 5 days ago, and someone said people suck, not G4, and their comment said, honestly, I'm confused how people feel they have superiority because they're a-holes. I will be the first to admit I can be offensive, but it's generally in search of comedy or to bring something to light people don't want to discuss. I'm very glad that G4 is back, and it is what it is, and one of these staff members, one of the moderators, decided to make this statement, and a lot of people are really pissed off with this. They said a lot of folk have been having a hard time understanding that a public forum, this subreddit for example, has moderators that reserve the right to enact bans and delete comments based off of rule violations. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences. Censorship is a whole different beast. We aren't trying to censor folks for having different opinions. We are weeding out the folk in this community who are obviously here to spread their thoughts that no one ever asked for in bad faith. That's the problem for you, G4. You allowed Frosk to go on a live stream and attack G4's viewers, so G4 viewers should be allowed to go on things like their subreddit and voice their criticisms. You technically opened the doors for that conversation. You should allow it on things like your public subreddit. It says this includes but is not limited to calling Frosk a liar when you don't know her on any level and just have strong feelings about video game topics, saying her lived experiences aren't that big of a deal or that they're not real, especially coming from men who already are coming from a place of privilege that need to be more active listeners to understand in general incivility in the comments. Of course, they doubled down on the attack, talking about how men have privilege, so they need to listen more. They need to just accept her rant more because she's a woman and her voice isn't ever listened to, and because men have automatic privilege, apparently, according to these activist moderators, that their criticisms mean nothing. This is an absolutely terrible take and a terrible thing to say, that men instantly have privilege just because of their gender. It says you can have opinions, but once they start to dive into the realm of hurting other people or include assumptions about someone you don't even have the slightest knowledge of, that's just not okay. This is hilarious because Frosk went on a live stream and attacked all G4 viewers, calling them sexists. She doesn't know every single individual viewer, therefore she went on a live stream, she made assumptions, and she made disgusting comments about people. I think that this is pretty funny, I'm gonna be honest. It's absolutely no surprise to see the activist moderators running the G4 Reddit publicly hating men too, and they're openly saying, if you're a man, you need to think twice about criticizing women like Frosk, and your opinions aren't welcome here. It's absolutely disgusting to see them running a community like this, where if you're a man, your opinions matter less because, according to them, men are privileged. They gave Frost Kieran a platform to call out the gaming industry and to attack every person in G4's audience, yet they're not allowing G4's audience to talk about the situation and disagree with her take on the industry. And on social media like Twitter, there have been other G4 hosts that have defended her, that have said, oh, everyone's showing their toxicity if you don't agree with her take and if you're not being respectful. This is one of the posts that I saw. It says, I'm so proud to be working with Frost Kieran and the whole team at XPlay. Thank you for speaking out. Now, the way she addressed her concerns for the gaming industry and the problems she had was extremely unprofessional. Instead of going off on an unhinged rant, attacking their viewers, she should have brought multiple women with multiple point of views on to discuss their experiences. Some could be negative and maybe some could be positive, because then you're not just yelling at a camera, you're starting a dialogue. I know I would be embarrassed as hell if she was my coworker and if she ruined our reputation like this. I guess that these people don't really care that she's going on social media antagonizing viewers who are simply upset over her comments. She had tweeted this out a couple of days ago. It says, "My inbox looking like some weak-ass Xbox Live messages these days. Thanks for the engagement on my stuff, taking these clicks all the way to the bank." If she makes another statement like this, or you're seeing this statement for the first time, do not interact with it, because she's getting what she wants. She's getting negative messages, she's getting negative comments on her posts, and that means that she gets to spin this situation even more and say, look at all this toxicity, look at all this sexism, look at all this harassment. It's exactly what she wants, and I refuse to give her what she wants. I have talked about Frost Kieran in the past. As I said, she's talked about how the esports industry is blindingly white and as white as far as the eye can see. She's attacked the industry for sexism before and bigotry before. This is nothing new with Frost Kieran, but we'll have to see what else happens with the G4 situation, if they're going to be silent on it now and if they're just going to pretend like it didn't happen. But they are still bleeding thousands of subscribers and getting dislike bombed and ratioed on social media, YouTube, anywhere that people can leave their feedback. But that's all that I really had to talk about in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.